Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing fine at home. My name is Kumari Neha. I am working at Bharati Dasanar Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Arkonam, and the lesson which we are going to take today is from class 8th standard chemistry, and the name lesson is structure of an atom. So children, in this lesson we are going to study a deep detailed study on the atoms. So before going into the chapter, let's see what is the basics of this chapter. So, what is this? Yes, this is a periodic table. So, about the periodic table you have studied before too, right? You have studied that periodic table is the arrangement of the elements which are done by the names, or you can also call it as the atomic weight, right? So, here you have seen that there are 3 or 4 types of block. This is the S block, the center part is known as the D block, P block, and the last one is the F block elements. So, we have just studied about the elements, but what is there inside the element? Did we study about that? No, right? So, today we are going to study about the things which are present inside an element, and that is atom. So, now let's come to the chapter. So, children, in 16th century BC, an ancient scientist, or you can also call it as a saint, he discovered that there is a particle which is indivisible, and that particle will be known as an Anu, and the person who did was Maharishi Kant. You can even see the picture of the person. So, what he said that? He said that Anu is the smallest element which cannot be divided, or you can call it as the atom which is indivisible. What is indivisible? Indivisible means that it cannot be divided further. So, he have taken the example of gold here. What he did was he tried to break the gold into small particles, and at one particular point he found that I cannot break the element more. So, therefore, he gave the name it as a Anu, and he also said that maybe this Anu is made due to the presence of more smaller particles. That particles are known as Paramanu. Okay, so he said that when the Paramanus are getting combined, they are giving the name as Anu. This Paramanu you would have heard somewhere else too. Yes, you have heard this Paramanu in nuclear bomb. When you are talking about in a Hindi format, or you will tell the nuclear explosion, you will say that Paramanu blast, right? So, that time they are discussing that the atom is getting blasted. So, from there only we have taken the name. Yes? Then later on, a person named John Dalton in 1803, he came and he said that the particles which he was discovering was known as an atom, which already our Maharishi Kant have found as the name of Anu. So, this is the person, this is John Dalton. So, what he found that atom are the small elements. Atom are smallest part of an element. And later on he said one more thing, that if the element will be different, the atoms which are present inside them will also be different. So, what is the second point? Different element will have different atom, and same way same element will have a same kind of atom. For example, if I am taking hydrogen, in hydrogen there will be only presence of hydrogen atoms, right? And same way helium will have only helium time. If you are comparing helium and hydrogen, there will be difference in the atom of that, right? Yes. So, that also denotes the third point, that same element will have same atom. Later on, he also said that atoms are the smallest particle which are taking part in the chemical reaction. So, what he said fourth was atom take part in reactions. Okay? Yes. So, these are the postulates which were drawn by the Mr. Dalton, right? So, after that there came a concept of an atom. Okay, atom is there, but what is there inside the atom? That was first discovered by J.J. Thomson. So, J.J. Thomson said that in the sheet of all the positive atoms there will be few electrons, right? Few electron means few negative atoms. For example, this I have taken a watermelon shape. Now, in watermelon, the red part is denoted as the positive charge and the seeds which are black in color, they will be said as the electron which are the negative part. But later on this rule got ruled out. Why? Because here we are saying that atom is a neutral or a stable person. It is a stable charge. So, it will never have a positive more or negative more. So, he said that this is not possible, and later on this was removed. But when he said that this is a positive layer, a person named Goldstein, what is the name? Goldstein said that the positive part which is present in the watermelon or here in the model of an atom was named as proton. So, it is also said that in the layer of protons there is few drops of electron present, right? Yes. Then later on came the person Rutherford. So, Rutherford did an experiment to find what are the things present in an element. So, first he gave the figure like this. So, he said that in a structure that in the center there will be a nucleus, and what he said, in the presence of nucleus there are different elements which are known as protons and neutrons. So, center part is nucleus, and here in the diagram you can see that the red substance is known as a proton, and protons are coming with a positive charge. Same way there are black particles, and the black particles are known as neutrons, and neutrons are neutral. They are not having any kind of charge, or you can also say that it is having a zero charge. Okay? And later on he said that outside there are orbits. In the orbits there will be presence of blue color particle, and the blue color particle is an electron, and electrons will always revolve around the nucleus. So, for that he did an experiment. So, now let us see what was the experiment. What he did here was he have taken alpha particle emitter. In from this the alpha particles are coming out, and he placed a gold foil over here. What he saw that when the alpha particle rays were coming, they were getting deflected in different angles. But you can see here that few are going straight, few will exactly come back, then few will just little bit deviate, and the deviation angles are varying. So, just see over here children, they are showing that whenever there is electron present, it is going straight. But when the ray is touching the nucleus, that time it is getting opposite direction, it is coming back, and same way if it touches the end of it, it will little bit deviate. So, this proved that an atom is also having a nucleus in the between which is bulky in nature. Then what are the conclusions which were drawn by the Rutherford? So, first conclusion was there are presence of nucleus. So, what is there? Nucleus. So, in nucleus there are protons plus neutrons. After that, he said that depending upon the side which the electron of rays are going, the deviation will be there. They are saying deviation is due to the nucleus. He said that one more thing, that if the amount of protons and the amount of neutrons are equal, only then it will acquire a particular shape. And he also said that the nucleus will have a positive charge. What will be the charge? Nucleus is having positive charge, and to stabilize this charge, there are same number of electrons which are present in the orbits. So, electrons are in orbits and the speed of the orbits in revolution is very speed. So, these are the conclusions which were drawn. Then came the discovery of neutron. So, the person here is J.J. Chadwick. His name is James Chadwick. So, he found that instead of only neutrons, there are other elements too which are present inside the nucleus. He said that the weight or the mass of one electron, what is mass of electron is equal to 1 by 1/837 part of an hydrogen. Just imagine how small an electron is. And I said that the number of electrons and number of protons are equal. So, even if the number of protons are equal, there will be some kind of deviation in the charges, right? So, for that he discovered that other than this atomic particles, there are subatomic particles. What are there? Subatomic particles. And these subatomic particles were positron, meson and neutrino. So, these are the subatomic particles, but the studies of these particles are done by in the higher section. So, that is not much important, but he is the person who discovered the neutrons. Okay. Now, let us see what is the internal part of an atom. So, the first point is that the entire mass of an atom is provided by the mass of a proton and the neutron. I said that electron weight is very less. That is why the whole weight of an atom is coming due to the presence of proton and neutron in the nucleus. The second point is positive charge of the nucleus is only due to the protons. So, in all these atoms or subatomic particles, only the protons are positive. That is why the charge of the nucleus is positive. The third point is a nucleus is always stable. Stable means whenever there is a company of a different atom or an element, let it be an electron, there will be no aberration, that is there will be no fight, there will be no randomness, because it is a stable substance. It does not need anyone to make it stable, it is always happy alone. And the last point is the protons and neutrons, which is they are present in the nucleus, they are also known as nucleons. substance which are present in the nucleus, which are protons and neutrons. They are also called as nucleons. Okay? Yes. Now let's see what is the atomic theory. So in the atomic theory, they already said that there are three particular substances which are present in an atom, that is electron, proton and neutron. So electron is a negative charge, proton is a positive charge and neutron is a neutral charge, right? So whenever you are considering all this, there will be some kind of formula to that. Now just see here over, kids. Now if I am writing proton, I will write proton as P minus 1 and 1. So here it is showing that there is presence of one proton with the mass of the proton. Same way, when I am writing electron, I will always write electron, sorry this is plus, electron I will always write E minus, that means charge of an electron is minus, and neutron I will write neutron as small n and 0 because neutron is not having any charge. So above all the particles are showing the charge of the substance, and below here means this is the one mass. Here also one mass will come, but here it will be 0 because the mass of an electron is a negligible substance. So students, in this lesson we have seen the summary on all the type of controversy or all the type of theory which was produced by the people. First was done by Maharishi Kant. He said that atom is nothing but it's a anu which he found out. Later on, the person named John Dalton gave the theory of atoms. Then Chadwick came with the neutrons. Then Goldstein came with the protons, and later on everything was decided. So students, I hope you have understood whatever we have talked in this lesson. So in this lesson, when you are going to the description box, you can see that we have attached the subject material. In the subject material, all the red answers are the answers for this. Okay? Then there is question bank only with the question to go through with. Later on there will be self-assessment, and self-assessment is for 25 marks. Once you are understanding everything in this lesson, you can go through this and you will get to know that how much you have understood the lesson, right? So students, I hope you have enjoyed the session. You have understood how an atom came, how it came into play in a positive manner. Until we meet next time with more atom things, until then, bye bye.